Hello, I'm Andy Margaret, compulsive gambler, last bet 14th of April 2007. Hi guys, welcome along to this new live edition of the vlog. No theme this week, so I'm just going to generally open it up to everybody as well. How I've been the last couple of weeks, yeah, been fairly busy. Been on night shifts for the first time in about 18 months for the last 2 weeks. Bit of a killer really, getting used to them and stuff and all that, but it's doing as much as it can for me, really. Keeping myself busy. Got myself doing a lot of running the last couple of weeks as well now, so slowly picking up my fitness. It's going quite well. I'm doing quite well with like I say, with my fitness, and I'm enjoying myself with my running again. Obviously, I struggled with sciatica for quite a few months, so it's nice to be getting back to peak fitness again. I had a very good day on Tuesday at Nottingham Trent University as part of a lecture with Matthew Gaskell, who's leading up the clinic in Leeds, gambling clinic in Leeds, and a very nice man, very good man to talk to, and very informative man as well. It was a pleasure being with him and Dr. Daria Kuss as well, who'd led the lecture. And obviously I shared my story to a lot of students and had a very good Q&A there, and yeah, I was quite tired, obviously being from night shifts as well, but it was a very good experience, and it taught me a lot about how to speak and how to conduct myself really in front of quite a lot of people, and very encouraging to see that many people interested about gambling addiction, and in particular my story and my lived-in experience. So hopefully I could do a few more, and hope I can help a few more people out. Really, week tomorrow I'll go to Northern Ireland again. I'll be staying in Belfast, but I'm going around parts of the country as well with YGAM, Lee Willow's YGAM. So I'll be doing bits and bobs out there and talking to like mainly youth centres, so it'll be younger kids, some older people as well. Also be talking to the police service, Northern Ireland Police Service as well, doing bits on education and what YGAM do as well. So it'll be similar to what I did on Tuesday at Nottingham Trent University, where I share my story and take a lot of questions and answers as well. So it just gives me a bit more experience in this kind of work and stuff as well. So that'll be great. Hi Toon Army, hope you're doing well. I'm guessing you like the result today regarding Sunderland Portsmouth. Yeah, so I'm writing lots of questions. If you've got anything that's on your mind, obviously there's going to be quite a bit of news in the next day or two regards around the fixed odds betting terminals being reduced to £2. Everyone knows my views on it and stuff, and I do feel there's quite a lot of sweeping statements saying this is going to take gambling addiction off the streets. For me personally, it won't. The only person who could take away gambling addiction is yourself. Your recovery is in your hands. Don't wait for anyone to try and do it for you, because end of the day, whatever legislation, whatever bits and bobs that might come out and what might guide you in the right way, you have to be the one to grab it and stuff and all that lot. I appreciate on the monetary side of it, it's going to probably cut down losses and stuff and all that lot, but I do think it will drive people online, and also it'll make it more dangerous as well, because people will be gambling for longer. But that's just my viewpoint. There's not many more, if you know what I mean, really. So there's that. Some people might think it might be the God's end, might be the answer to them and stuff. I'm very just very cautious about people's recoveries. Yeah, I thought it would be a brilliant result for you, Toon Army. 4 weeks clean. You're 4 weeks clean again, no, Toon Army. So well done, mate. Slips happen. Like I say, I was the same between January and April in 2007, where I was trying to stop on my own willpower and stuff without any help. I kept slipping up. So it does happen. I've been in your shoes, mate. But 4 weeks, mate, it's a fabulous achievement. You keep going. Keep it going. And just keep talking to people. Just keep being honest and help yourself. And then your recovery does get easier and easier as the days and months and years go on. First 6 months, 12, 18 months are so critical in your recovery. The temptation's there like no other, so to speak, as well nowadays. It is really difficult to imagine probably stopping now, and that's where I'm probably, like I say, I'm coming up to 12 years in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it was quite prevalent when I was still gambling, because I was gambling online, and the FOBTs are about as well, and there's more and more opportunities to gamble. But I do appreciate, yeah, there is a lot of adverts there, and I appreciate the fact as well that when you're stopping now as well, when I first stopped, I saw the adverts all of a sudden. I didn't notice them until I stopped gambling, and yeah, I can appreciate that it's there, it's in your face at times. It's like for an alcoholic as well. I know a lot of people say, yeah, a good landlord would ban you from drinking and stuff and all like that, but people, you can move on to the next place. There's 65,000 places where you can go and buy alcohol in England and Wales. You only have to see like the 3 for £20 offers on like crates and stuff and all that lot. And yeah, it can be difficult for an alcoholic as well. People who are smoking as well, people still smoke with that. All the packets being labelled with all the risks on it and the photos and being in plain packaging and behind closed doors and stuff. People still choose to smoke. People choose to gamble. People choose to drink. I'm not one for like the nanny state. I saw something this week which kind of like really not cheesed me off, but it just no logic to it whatsoever. I saw something about Easter eggs. They're being sold earlier and earlier. So what? So what? So what if they're next to like the checkouts and stuff and all like that? If people want an Easter egg now, let them have one. We all know everything we have is alright in moderation. You've got to enjoy your life. Doesn't mean you're going to be a beast, obviously with Easter eggs. Doesn't mean you're going to be a gambling addict if you choose to have a bit of a gamble flutter on a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever. If you like to have a drink, I mean, I had a drink last night and went out for a good meal with my family. I had a glass of wine and a pint and stuff and all like that. Everything in moderation is fine. We all know our limits. We all know how to control ourselves accordingly. I know I have a problem with gambling, and I know I can never go back, because if I started on £1, £2 again, thinking, yeah, I'm alright, it'll be 10, 20, 50, 100 before you know it. And that's my logic, really, and stuff and all that lot. And that's why I can't really promote that, the £2 fixed odds betting terminal stakes, because if you've got a problem already, what's carrying on gambling but at a smaller stake's going to help you? Personally, for me, I don't think it will. I'm just going to read you a comment to Army. It was 2 years clean before. Luckily, from not gambling for 2 years, it wasn't too much of a hit, but good stuff. At least you know your barriers, to Army, and you got it right again. Yeah, and you're not alone in that way as well. There's a lot of people who have actually gone down and done like a 2 or 3 years clean, thinking they're getting there and stuff and all like that, and all of a sudden they take a bit of a hit and a bit of a slip. But you're 4 weeks clean again. Look at that look at the positives. You can drive yourself forward. You can get there. I can promise you that. Has anyone with their recoveries, where do you go for help and stuff and all that? Obviously, people know I go through Gamblers Anonymous. So even though I've not been to a meeting for quite a while now, struggling with through work and having time with my kids as well, because they play football or going dancing and stuff as well. But I have got my recovery very much in check. I read my literature, talk to people who I need to talk to. I am quite long in the tooth now as well, like I say. I'm 12 years in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks on Sunday, so getting there slowly. And for the first time for a long time as well, I'm coming up to an anniversary, and I'm not feeling fractious, I'm not feeling cautious, not feeling ill at ease, so to speak, because I did struggle around anniversaries, and I was fretting how I'm going to get there and stuff and all that lot. This is probably the most relaxed. This is definitely the most relaxed I've been coming up to an anniversary, and I can safely say, in 2 weeks' time on the Sunday, I will be doing a nice live special vlog as well. Try and go for 45 minutes, an hour, if I can, and it'd be nice to share my anniversary day with all you, and it'd be nice to get you all on board, and we can chat away and talk as well, so to speak. So it'll be good. If anybody's got any questions of me, feel free to ask them. Anyone with their social media or anything who don't want to not remain anonymous, feel free to drop it down and stuff. How you doing, Gary? Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. I hope you're doing well as well too. I've just had a bit of a good thought as well. with regards to my fancy dress, but I'll reveal that for the Ramathon for another time. Hi David, 2 match stake tomorrow. Would that really affect you though? Would that make things better for you, David? As I just said earlier, for me, I never opposed or supported the actual stake cut, because if you're already struggling with gambling, what's a stake cut really going to do for you? That's all. That's just my own position, really. For me, you shouldn't be gambling. You shouldn't be gambling. You should be looking for help and stuff, etc. and stuff and all like that. I'd rather focus on the help side, the education side as well, so to speak. I think if we keep legislating and stuff and all like that. Yeah, as you say, Toonami, I do think it'll move a lot more people online, and it can be a bit more volatile, and also as well, people have more time on their hands. They'll be drinking. You could probably have a drink and mix and match it as well in your own home. I wouldn't say the comfort of your own home, but you're in your own home, and it can be really dangerous. As you see with the Gamble Aware adverts, I think they've been very clever, them adverts, especially like the one like Kebab Shop, where you've had a bit of a beer and stuff and all that lot, and you make a silly bet, and it can be quite difficult, really. And I think with the Paul Merson coming out again saying he's struggling as well, and you can relate to a lot of what he says. I mean, there's a lot of people who I know who've like gambled what he's done, if you know what I mean, and it can be very critical for him, so to speak, to see that story and his story of him struggling again. But I'm kind of guessing Paul's had a lot of help over the years as well with his many addictions and his gambling addiction, and he still slips. So it's always there. It's always on your shoulder. I just hope he can get the time to start recovering, looking after himself, taking his responsibilities as well. For me, I don't think it was ever a clever idea for him to like probably be part of the Sky Bet adverts and stuff and all that lot. But each to their own. People making money in different ways and stuff, so to speak. But it is what it is. GamStop has been brilliant. Yeah, I know many people who enjoy GamStop, David, who've actually been a godsend to him. That's an amazing tool to have. That Gamban app, Gamblock, perfect tools for like trying to stop online gambling, etc. And it's how you use it. It's how you want to define your recovery, and things like that can be great. Back to the start for me. How long since back in the game? Time to start day 1 free. Okay, Gary, and that's the main thing. You have to be ready to quit. You have to be ready to do this. It is hard. It is difficult. Don't get me wrong, but you can do it. Get them blocks and barriers in place. Have you gone for any help anywhere at all, Gary? First thing, and does anybody know? I mean, that's first when anyone ever asked me what to do and stuff, who messaged me privately and things like that. First 2 questions I always ask: does anybody else know? And have you gone for any help anywhere else? And it is out there. Gamblers Anonymous, GamCare, Break Even, the Problem Gambling Clinics and stuff, Gordon Moody. There is some great tools out there. Oh, and obviously on the blockers, GamStop, Gamban app and stuff and all like that. I know what you're saying, Joel, and I get the monetary aspect of it. It's just, I think people do move. I do think they're like pretty much glorified fruit machines, and I get why the prevalence of it and stuff and all like that. But again, if someone who's got a problem with gambling sees that and thinks, "Oh yeah, it's going to be a godsend," I don't think it'll make a difference to them, so to speak. For me, I don't. I mean, it's going to they're going to gamble for more time as well and stuff and all that. And I have had a look at the machines since the cut, and obviously there's going to be different ways of gambling and stuff, and people can still gamble £2 a spin within seconds. And I just don't think a cut is going to be beneficial to a lot of people. It might help a minority of people. I'm not going to say that. Everyone knows my views on fixed odds betting terminals and stuff and all like that. I'd just rather the people would campaign more for like on education and stuff and all that lot. And for me, like over 18s gambling only as well. I don't see no logic in like kids playing on fruit machines under the age of 18 and things and all that lot, and that'll be a bit more of a issue for me than the spins in a bookmaker, so to speak. But everyone's got different ideas and stuff and all that lot. And what I will do, I will applaud the Fixed Odds Betting Terminal campaigners for is bringing gambling addiction to the fore, because it has started to break the stigma and stuff and all that lot. So I applaud it on that sense. I just don't think it could have been a lot different. I think what I'm going to try and say here, Joel, with your last comment as well, things could have been. It might not have been. It might have been. We don't know that for sure. That's what I'm trying to say. Hi, Gemma. That's where I'll probably pick up on there, so to speak. Everyone's got different problems with like gambling addiction, and everyone's got the kind of thing. Mine was poker, and mainly, but it kind of ruined everything else. I started gambling on everything else. I did fixed odds betting terminals. I did more on horse racing and stuff, on greyhound racing. I was betting on anything at the end of the day. And it kind of just snowballed everything, really. I think, I mean, I've seen a lot of people as well, like, who talk about the fixed odds betting terminals. Yeah, they're really bad for me and all that lot. But I still see people, they still say, oh, do you gamble on anything else? Yeah, I gamble on the football, gamble on the horses and stuff and all that lot. And they have the stakes raised and stuff and all that lot. If you do identify yourself as someone who's probably struggling with gambling, wouldn't it be better to try your best to cut it all out instead of like leaving one avenue open? I mean, I had this with, I've talked to some people in the past who do national lottery and don't see it, if you know what I mean. And don't see it as gambling. It is, and you're just leaving that temptation there. You're leaving that lion's cage door open there, so to speak. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Gemma, and great stuff on 9 Days Clean. That's a fantastic achievement. That is, well done, Gemma. Keep it going, yeah? Keep it up. You know where people need to talk to and stuff and all that lot. I'm always going to be here every couple of Sundays as well to talk to. So, yeah. But, yeah, I do see points about it, Joel, fixed odds betting terminals. And I've softened a little bit about them. But for me, I still think my point still stands, if you so to speak. I'm not after any arguments or anything like that. I know I've done all that to death over the course of last year or so, 18 months or so, and things like that. And I don't think it does any good people arguing with each other, gambling addicts arguing with other gambling addicts on the best way forward and stuff. Exactly, Gary. Yeah, I hear that a lot as well. People like with the £1, £2. If I'm thinking I can do just a couple of quid, and here and there and stuff and all that lot, and I see it, and I've seen it in GA rooms where I've not seen anyone for months and months and months, and all of a sudden they've come back, starting from day one again, because they thought they could cope with a couple of quid here and there, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know my clock's behind, Gemma. I'll get it sorted soon. As again, then, Joel, it is people's livelihoods as well, you know, so to speak. I understand people having a problem, you know, so to speak, and all that lot. But I'm going to tell you now, my dad likes to have a bet and stuff. He's in his 60s now, and he doesn't do anything online and stuff and all that with his gambling. He goes into the bookmakers and stuff and all that lot. And I do think I see as some campaigners. Some of them are a lot better than others. You always get hardcore of people who just want to bash the industry for all it's worth, and I don't particularly agree with that stance, so to speak. Because at the end of the day, there is people's jobs and stuff and all that lot. I'm not against gambling at all, Joel. You know me as well, but I think it can get quite nasty and quite horrible, especially when you see people sharing stories about places closing and putting laughing faces and smiling about it, all right? Because there is some people who are going to lose jobs because of them as well, and we've got to debate it fairly. We've got to talk to industry, proper dialogue and stuff. Can't just hate on them all the time. And I totally get people can be angry and frustrated with them. And the way I see it is, it kind of exploded, so to speak. Gambling has I totally get that. It's everywhere and stuff and all that lot. And I do think the gambling industry is trying to catch up on responsible gambling, etc. and stuff and all that lot. And that's where myself and yourself, Joel, come in, so to speak. Try and talk to them, try and have good dialogue, bring ways, strategies and initiatives forward on how we can tackle gambling addiction, trying to break the stigma, so to speak, and what responsibilities can lie in with the industry as well. Because I do think it would help, instead of like chastising them all the time, we can like be constructive and have constructive criticism of them, and I'm sure they want to pick our brains as well. So I like to say I'm not anti-gambling at all. I know, as I say, Joe, he can't just say that though, mate. People, all then those people will find other jobs. For me, the fixed odds betting tier, I think going after one particular form of gambling is wrong. We could be challenging all kind of gambling and responsible gambling of adverts and stuff and all that lot, and trying to help make it safe as possible gambling. We've got to remember, us gambling addicts are in the minority. There's millions and millions of people who gamble for fun, gamble responsibly, gamble without any harm to themselves and others. We know we're at that bitter end where we are bad with it and stuff and all that lot. What we do need to do is, like I say, talk to the industry and see if we can make way forward with initiatives and stuff and all that lot. Try and minimise harm as best we can through education, giving them the education that they need as well. Because I see the industry as trying to do a 3-point turn in a cul-de-sac with an oil tanker. That's the way I see it. I'm just going to catch up with some messages. Sorry. No problem, Gary. Hiya, Mark. Brilliant, mate. 5 weeks free now. Going strong. Even went for dinner in a casino. Just be careful of yourself, mate. That's all right. So you think the cost to so many people are driving them to can compare to people? I think you're taking what I'm saying the wrong way. The statistics tell you all you need. Obviously, there is people driving to suicide. I get messages of people who are on the edge, cliff edge and stuff, and it's not just to do with fixed odds betting terms, it's to do with other forms of gambling as well. Exactly, Mark. If you really want to gamble, you will find a way. Fixed odds betting terminals reduction won't make much difference. I'm not trying to criticise what your viewpoint, Joel, at all. I just think it's healthy that we're having this debate. And yeah, I get what you're saying, the main earner, that's what you mean. I'm just trying to say it as well. I think it will push more people online, hide it even more, the gambling addiction as well, so to speak. But I do hear what you're saying. And no, I know you're not, Joel, and it's nice. And it's nice to have a proper debate on this situation without it falling into a frenzy like you can do on Twitter. Me and you are quite well versed with Twitter, so to speak, aren't we? And it's quite good that we can challenge each other in our viewpoints perfectly in an adult and reasonable debate. And that's what I want, really. And that's what you want and stuff and all that lot. And this is how I quite like doing the vlogs as well. It's quite nice to have a responsible and good debate about it. So I get what you're saying. I think you get what I'm saying as well, and I quite totally agree with like what Mark says. For me, hi Scott, how you doing, mate? Just I didn't and watch other people do it. For me, it's going out why I don't do it rather than me. Testing yourself, exactly, Scott. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, it's nice just seeing you all catch up. No, mate, all good. Yeah, exactly, Joel. And I hope your recovery is doing well, mate. I know you're a very strong advocate of your own recovery and sharing it as well. So more people like yourself come out like we do and stuff, and all that, the better for me. It's nice to see people have plenty of views and stuff and all that. Like 10 months, fantastic, mate. Fantastic, and it's nice to see that many people, see more people keep coming out and keep coming out and keep coming out. I'll be gladly look forward to your 1-year video, Joel, as Joel does have a couple of videos on here, so feel free to look at his story and subscribe as well. There's another lad called John O'Reilly, there's Sean Byrne as well, but I don't think he's done one for a bit. There's a few of us out there now who are starting to do stories online and stuff. There's Andrew Neils as well, which is a good one. So yeah, just keep watching stuff, you know what I mean, so to speak. Good stuff, Jem. Yeah, Jem has got some videos as well. Feel free to subscribe. Oh, yeah. And Empire, watching slot streamers out. I know quite a few who do that, Mark. I know people who've come through to me from Rock and Roller quite a lot, because Rock and Roller did a link up with me a while back, and with one of his vlogs, and he kind of like dropped my name, so to speak, and it kind of flew from there, my vlogs, really. I know Stop and Step. I have met Stop and Step briefly as well at the ICE conference in London in February as well, so I had a bit of a chat with him as well about stuff. So hopefully I could talk to him, if you know what I mean. Hi Adam, hope you're doing well, mate. Nice to see you again. Lost your loved ones, it's really opened my eyes and see life a different way. Oh, sorry about that, Joel. It's life can be so cruel and horrible, but it might open your eyes a bit more. I mean, I remember my grandma passing away, and I was in the midst of my addiction, and I felt cold and numb. I wasn't really that bothered, and well, bothered as in like, yeah, she died and stuff and all that. Like, I was expecting it and stuff, but I remember the day of the funeral, I went straight back and gambled again, and I was just doing my nuts in really and doing my bollocks. Yeah, exactly, Joel. Exactly, mate. And you're feeling better for it now with your 10 months off. That's fun. Like I say, just keep patting yourself on the back and be proud of yourself. 21 weeks, brilliant, Adam. That's a fantastic achievement. Keep it up. Keep it going, mate. That is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant thing, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Has anyone got any other questions at all? You want to carry on talking, and I know you're talking between yourselves. Please feel free to drop your social media tags in if you're comfortable enough to do that. Anyone wants to privately message me, you know where I am, at BaronMad79 on Twitter. You obviously got my Facebook Messenger as well if you just find my name. I don't take the friend requests because I just want to be careful of who I let into my life and stuff and all like that, because I have been bitten, if you know what I mean, once or twice. Exactly, Scott. We're lucky to have gambling issues. Yeah, precisely. Precisely. Life's short. Life's short. And we can, like, deal with ourselves with regards to our actual recoveries. Hi, Mark. Yes, I did play on the fixed odds betting terminals. It was a while back because I did start in 2001. I remember getting a 15 grand loan at the bank on a Friday afternoon within 45 minutes. I drew a grand cash out there and then as well. And I did a grand in a fixed odds betting terminal in 45 minutes. Yeah, I did have a good whack on him now and again as well when I was in the bookies and stuff. I remember doing the 20, 30 pound spins at roulette and putting pounds and £2 on numbers. I did have the £100 stakes as well. I remember putting £13 on zero a lot and stuff and all like that. I was bizarre. I was crazy, really. But like I say, a lot of my gambling was online, playing poker and playing per hand and stuff, thinking I was really good at poker when obviously I wasn't, and just chasing loss after loss after loss after loss and doing my nuts in on loads of credit cards and stuff, really. Yeah. If anybody's got anything else to say, feel free, because I'm going to cut this down in a couple of minutes. 2 weeks today, I am going to do a bigger version, because obviously 29 black, yeah. I used to gamble around the 7 numbers, Scott. You know, 0, 3, 15, 19, 26, 32 and 35. They were my numbers, and I think I had a bit of a thing for 11, 14 and 20 as well when I was playing the roulette. Yeah, I was just crazy with it. It's funny how you remember what spins you did and what kind of gambling you did as well. It's like when I was playing poker, Texas Hold'em poker, and when I get 4 and 7, used to get 4 and 7. I used to always gamble heavy on that because they're like offhand, and I thought I was going to be good. I can bluff it out and stuff and all that, like looking like I've got a run or a straight and stuff and all that. I used to do crazy amounts on that hand, and 310 was another one. Why I did it, I don't know. It just is that gambling logic, thinking you was indestructible, you was going to win on that hand. Because I think I probably got lucky once. Oh yeah, I can play that hand again and again and again and again. And I thought I was going to win when obviously I wasn't. So it is funny. Yeah, exactly, Joel. Yeah, it's just statistics at the end of the day. And I think the one thing that everyone who is struggling with fixed odds betting terminals or anything online, you got to remember it's a machine at the end of the day. You can never beat a machine. Um, Fruit machines, exactly, and stuff and all that lot. The industry is always going to win at that point and stuff and all that lot. But I am going to leave it there. Thanks for tuning in, guys and girls and everybody. It was quite a good debate, really. I appreciate a lot of Joel's comments, and it was nice to talk about fixed odds betting terminals in a different way and a nice way instead of like a slanging match. So I really appreciate your help, guys, with regards to this vlog. 2 weeks Sunday, it is my 12th anniversary off gambling, so I will do a nice big YouTube channel vlog, and hopefully you can all join in if anybody's about who lives close to me in Derby. I'd love to have you on as well, and it'd be nice to share my moment with you all. So thank you for tuning in, I really appreciate it. My name's Andy, I'm a gambling addict. Last bet.